Alright, y'all. Mother Earth is pissed. And all I got to say is when that time comes, that moment comes, you better be on the right side. Alright, y'all, welcome to another one of my videos. Yeah, we're going to be talking about what's going on here, okay? I want to first start off that we've been bamboozled, all of us, male, female, whatever race you are, whatever gender you are, we have been bamboozled. We have been brainwashed in a lot of things. And starting off, in grade school, what they taught us about what's a living thing and what's not a living thing. Well, I'm here to tell you that Mother Earth is a living thing. This earth that we live on, she is a living entity, okay? She is a living entity, and what's going on is she's trying to preserve herself, and she needs our help. I want to first talk about these crops. Okay, I'm going to talk about Roundup seeds. That's what I'm going to call them right now. I'm going to call them Roundup seeds. Now, they said that these Roundup seeds, according to a documentary that I was watching, they claimed that the idea of these Roundups or these Roundup is a pesticide, okay? Now, they claim with these genetically modified seeds, they claim that this bacteria that they use to create this Roundup seed, they claim that it is a natural occurring thing. At least that's what they said. They said it's natural. Okay. So keep that in mind, and let's step over to fluoride. They said fluoride is a natural mineral. Number one, yes, fluoride is a natural mineral, and it is found in our water, our grounds, our soils, naturally in small trace amounts. However, number two, they have synthesized, is that a word? They have created synthetic fluoride. To my knowledge, there is two types of fluorides. I don't know the name of them off the top of my head, but they have created two things of two synthetic types of fluoride, okay? They put this synthetic fluoride in our water and a pharmaceutical-like fluoride in our toothpaste, okay? So yes, fluoride technically in a balanced amount, just like anything, true, it is not harmful to us. However, when you create something synthetically, it is already against our bodies. It is already against us, our DNA, okay? But the fact that this type of fluoride that they created, concentrated, it has the ability to eat through concrete. But they claiming, oh, fluoride's good for us. Fluoride does this, fluoride does that. Okay, look here. Yes, there is lots of minerals on this earth that we do need in our body or have in our body. But when it is unbalanced, it becomes an invasion. So they sit here telling us that we need fluoride, but they not even putting the real natural occurring fluoride in our stuff. No, they putting this synthetic shit that they made. Okay? So now, getting back to the Roundup seeds. I call bullshit on how they making these Roundup seeds. Okay, so basically what I am trying to get at is their idea of these Roundup seeds, GMO seeds, is supposed to solve world hunger. It's supposed to yield more crops because, it's not susceptible to certain diseases or pests. Okay. But you know why I believe that we have diseases and pests in large amounts? For one, these farmers are growing one crop in a given area. What are those crops? Soy, wheat, and corn. Nearly all of the wheat, corn, and soy that we consume, we'll say anywhere between 80 to like 90, if not more, 90% is a GMO crop. Is owned by Monsanto. Okay. Now correct me if I'm wrong, and any is I don't mind seeing the comments and everything. Just keep it respectful, because if it's not respectful, I'm just gonna take it down. And then there's just so many people who wants to get on other people's channels and tell us that we're wrong about this when we're not, because we've done our research. They say you can't believe everything that you research, blah blah blah. But it's not just about research, it's about common sense and your intuition, and yes, logic, using a combination of those things. But come on now, we're supposed to ask questions, we're supposed to question things. But what was I saying? I was talking about the wheat, corn, and soy. Now, the reason why I believe that I believe Mother Earth has something to do with causing diseases and pests, because for one, we are disrupting the natural flow, the natural feminine flow. Mother Nature, Mother Earth is called mother natural. It's a feminine energy, and we have disrupted that flow by farming using one crops. Now, when you go into a forest or an Amazon forest, any kind of forest, or even like small cluster of like trees and, whatever the case may be, do you just see one type of tree? Do you just see one type of plant in that area? No. It is a variety. It is called an ecosystem. Now, when we just take one crop and grow on that, you're depleting, you're fucking up the soil. Point blank, period. You fucking up the soil. And so the bananas and the papayas. Now, Hawaii had a big issue long time ago. They had a big issue about the GMOs. They was trying to ban GMOs completely from Hawaii. But they excluded the GMO papaya. Why? Because the papayas was almost wiped out by this disease. I don't know what the name of what it was, but because of the GMO seed, it so-called saved the papaya species. Okay, so I'm not gonna say I am like completely disgusted with genetically modified food, because I don't have the 100% knowledge on each and every one of these foods that has been genetically modified. And what I mean by this is GMO is a genetically modified organism. Okay, so what most of you all don't know is the crucifer vegetables are genetically modified. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower, they were originally all one plant. What they did is they isolated different parts of the plant, and that's how they got different plants. So you took one plant and made like 4 different plants from that plant, if that makes sense. What else is genetically modified? Years ago, I said kale. Kale is genetically modified as well. That was like before, that was like thousands of years ago, I think. Tobacco, they genetically modified tobacco in the the late 1900s. I'm trying to think. Oh, I knew there was more. There's more, like, there's a lot of fruits and vegetables and stuff that we do eat that has been genetically modified a long time ago, before I was born and before some of you all was born. So the fact that we are eating some of these genetically modified, I can't say I'm totally against it, because I haven't looked up if they've inserted something foreign to these plants. That's why I'm against the Roundup seeds, because they've been inserted with something foreign, okay? They injected something foreign into this plant to make it what it is. And there has been, they say there's been research, and then they argue that there hasn't been research that link genetically modified foods to health problems. Let's just take that off the table. Okay, and let's just take that off the table. If you create this pesticide resistant plant, what the hell do you think is going to happen eventually? Let's talk about antibiotics. Antibiotics. How long can you be exposed to antibiotics? Or you can go and read other people's books, and read on people who's like worked in the factories with dealing with cows and pigs, how they had to inject them with antibiotics and stuff. That antibiotics really fucked a lot of people up, because they became resistant, because they was constantly around that shit. They became resistant to it, and resistance to it, like, some people almost like lost their lives, because whenever they get an infection, they didn't have nothing to help them, because their bodies were resistant to it. So I'm just saying, if you sit here creating these these pesticide resistant, disease resistant plants, what the hell you think is going to happen in the future? And then they're going to be coming up like, oh, we got to create something else. And so I guess that's why I started off with the video talking about Mother Earth is pissed. I really do believe that she has something to do with creating a lot of these diseases. Excuse me. No. I believe there's a factor, and she's trying to preserve herself, and it's just about how many people are hearing her cries. Okay, so the bananas that almost wiped out, the disease that was wiping out the bananas, they were already, I'm trying to watch my words, y'all. Mother Earth is asking for help. We are not supposed to be farming in the way that we do with the one crops. We're supposed to have a variety. If we're going to farm, we're supposed to have a variety. And we're supposed to provide rotation. Okay? And I also think, even better than farming, I think a food forest would go very nicely. If these mulberry trees can grow in the way that they do in the city, if you plant a whole bunch of different plants and stuff, they should be able to grow by themselves. If they're not able to grow in the wild by themselves, then they probably don't need to exist. Point blank, period. That's the other food that I was going to talk about that most of y'all probably do not even know is genetically modified. Watermelon. We love our watermelons. These red watermelons we eat, that's genetically modified, okay? Before, watermelon was they originated in like Africa, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And their flesh was more like their flesh was different. It wasn't as bright red as it is now. And it was bitter. It wasn't sweet like it is now, but it was bitter. But it's been modified. And now we get these, oh, so delicious, juicy red watermelons. That's why I say I'm not completely like against like genetically modified organism as a whole, because I haven't done my research to understand how it interacts and what they did. And I watched this one guy, he's an herbalist, he's a biochemist, he taught himself. And I haven't heard him complain once about watermelon not being good for our DNA. The only food that he's even questioned so far is any fruit or vegetable that does not have seeds. Those are the ones that I'm against. Any fruit or vegetable that does not have seeds. Any fruit or vegetable, seedless stuff, y'all. Y'all know what I'm trying to talk about. Seedless stuff. Those are the kind of stuff that I'm against, because that is not what Mother Nature created. Okay? So it's like they sterilizing the food as well. And so when you buy stuff in the grocery store, they don't have to worry about you taking the seeds no more and using it to grow your own shit. Just saying. So like I said, the only thing that he complained about is anything that does not have seeds. And he said he's starting to question the peach. The peach is a genetically modified thing too. Y'all should actually Google and see what a peach looked like before. That is another food. So I really feel like really doing your research. So I guess I'm going to close out this video because I've been rambling long enough and my video done shut off on me because I ran out of space on my phone. But Mother Earth is angry. She's sad. She needs help. And she needs more people to help her in elevating, because that's what she's doing. She is raising her frequency. But at the same time, I feel like she's trying to preserve whatever energy that she has to continue to go. And it's just saddening to see all these forest fires, and we're just burning and using everything on this planet, and it doesn't make any motherfucking sense. It just doesn't. Food, water, and shelter should be free. In the way that we live in, it is not in harmony with Mother Earth. And I guess that's what I'm going to leave you all with. The next video I am going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about Mother Earth's frequency raising, and then I guess I'm gonna be, I don't know, we're just gonna see about, I'm gonna be talking more about Mother Earth in the next video. I see you all in another video. My throat, I guess I've been talking too much. I'll see you all. Peace until next time.